This is the story of a toy that didn't want to be a toy. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a cartoon toy who lived in a shop window. He was a funny, loud, and very brave cartoon toy, but he was also very, very stupid. He wanted to have real-life adventures, not just the pretend ones he had in the shop window. So one day when the shop was closed, he jumped out of the window and into the big city. He walked down the street and everything seemed very new and exciting. But then he saw a group of kids playing and he wanted to join them. But they were playing cowboys and Indians and didn't want a cartoon toy to join them. So he said, "Hey, I'm a great sharpshooter. Let me be one of the cowboys." But they all laughed at him and said, "You're too stupid. You can't even talk properly. Go back to being a toy." And this made him really sad. So he sat down on a bench and watched him play. Then he took his little knife out of his pocket and started carving a wooden block. The kids saw this and started laughing again. They said, "Oh, look at the toy. He thinks he's a cowboy now. He's building a wooden fence." So he carved a little bit more furiously and made a little horse out of the wood too. Then he put the horse in the fence and pretended it was a Wild West saloon. He pretended to be a tough cowboy. He said, "Yaha! Get out of my saloon, you varmints." And he chased the kids down the street. They ran into a supermarket and he followed them in. He didn't know that supermarkets were full of danger. There were shopping carts without drivers all over the place. They were zooming up and down the aisles. And he said to himself, "Hold on, this place is crazy. I need to find those kids and teach them a lesson about being nice to toys." But then he saw a big juicy burger in the cafe and he forgot all about his mission. He sat down at a table and ordered a burger and some fries. Then a little girl came up to him and said, "Are you a cartoon character? Can I have your autograph?" And he thought, wow, maybe being a toy isn't so bad after all. Kids do like me. Then he heard a familiar voice. It was one of the boys from the street. He said, "Look, it's the stupid toy. Do you want to see something funny? Watch this." He pushed the toy's burger off the table and onto the floor. Then all the ketchup and mayonnaise packets flew off the table and landed on top of the toy. The boy and his friends started laughing, but he wasn't angry. He was actually quite happy because now he had an excuse to go home. He couldn't wait to tell his owner what had happened. He jumped into the shopping cart and went to the checkout. When he got home, he told his owner everything that had happened. He told her about the mean kids and how they had treated him. He also told her about the burger and the fries and how much he liked them. And she said, "Are you silly toy? Why would you want to be anything other than a toy? You get to live in a shop window and be admired by everyone who passes by. You get to be a part of people's imaginations. That's much better than being a real-life object. In real life, no one would play with you or love you. You'd be all alone." The toy thought about this for a moment.
She was right.
He was a toy, and being a toy was pretty cool. He was loved by the kids who played with him, and he was admired by everyone who passed by the shop window. He didn't want to be a real-life object. He was happy being a toy. The end.